Down on the
Felting pictures.
You know,
on the updrafts.
like, so even just like that isn't, you know, a few like that? Like how,
Yes,
how
we
detailed
could
you
have
want
one or
it?
two.
You don't mind your hands being on?
No,
I
what
don't
colours
mind
we
mine.
make them?
I'm not really
If you've got blue, we'll.
Oh, I bought a gourd book from Mary Vandenhoff at CD Sunday.
Mary was there, was
Yeah,
she?
like that, or I just doubled mine. Just and have a few of them up there.
Yeah, I was
As if
thinking
they're off in the
a
distance,
flock.
flying away.
But
Yes.
How can I tempt with this last piece
Me.
of something? Okay.
Ginger.
Is it?
I'll wash the plate.
Lisa, and I can't remember what she said now. She
I don't
gave me the name of it and then said it's got a lot of ginger.
How about, we should really, I don't think these things should.
You read this, did you, Nancy?
This is what
No.
you call a big...
Men are just happier people. What do you expect from such simple creatures?
I'll put it over there, you can have a laugh.
It's very funny.
Well, what colour? Should we do the hawks?
You know what I did? I took,
You can do it all different colours.
I got a blue
I bought a
bird
pack
from
of needles and there were 7 needles in it and I held them together and I used them all at once.
Yep, you can buy.
I know, but I didn't want to buy that.
Yeah. Well,
I'd love to be able to.
Wow, this is radical. Hey, Lanark County, heard of the CETA yet?
oh gosh.
It's not surprising. Once again, our federal and provincial government and business leaders are negotiating a free trade deal behind the backs of Canadians. This time it's called the Canadian European Union Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or CETA for short. It will change the face of Canada as we know it, and Harper wants to sign it in a hurry before anyone has a chance to debate it. Come out on Thursday evening, March the 8th, from 7 to 9 at McMartin House, that's tonight.
Oh,
Stuart True from the Trade Justice Network of the Council of Canadians will be giving a PowerPoint presentation and answering any questions people might have on the issue. How it will impact this area, including schools, hospitals, blah, 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 blah. Whew.
That's all they were talking about at CD
Oh, was
Sunday.
it?
It kind of destroyed the atmosphere. You are, aren't you?
what do
Yes.
you want me to sing?
So I just don't want you to say anything that can be held against you.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, póki my żyjemy. Co nam obca przemoc wzięła, szablą odbierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski. Za twoim przewodem złączym się z narodem.
Bow to the camera, darling.
March, march.
Well, so what is it? Yes, I got that part.
Italian.
I got the marsh.
Yes, back to Poland.
Marsh, marsh, the Polski.
From Italy, from yeah,
Oh,
back
okay.
to Poland with the one general Dąbrowski, and he's my grandfather's name.
Oh, I didn't know I was this artistic. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice job.
Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's this one smelling the flowers.
very good.
Love it. Do you think I should have different coloured ones?
Or do them all. Do them different sizes though. Is this
Yes, I was thinking I'd have
Distance.
But all the words are the words.
the little one up here, I think. I'm not sure about different colours though.
I think I'll have a red-winged bluebird.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
As long as we're alive.
You know, David Francis got a lovely little song about the red-winged bluebird. Do you know it? You know, it comes hopping. Yes.
No, it's my first bird I ever learned to identify.
What?
When I was at Hopewell Avenue Public School, Miss Melbourne walked the class down to Billings Bridge. That was our only field trip. And
Was that when it was
pointed
before it
out
was
the red-winged blackbird. And of course, you know, their call is so distinctive.
Well, the only thing is the lady red-winged blackbirds don't have red wings.
No, well, they're not as colorful, any of the birds as the male. My brother taught a crow to count to 5.
Really?
Well, every time you go out in the morning, the crow would go caw. So Rob would go caw.
militaristic.
So one day he went caw, caw. The crow said caw, caw. So it went on, and they got him up to 5.
Good
And
for
the next
them.
spring, The crow came back and counted to 5.
Oh, how clever.
Oh, they're very
They're
bright.
very bright, yeah.
Yes, I know they are.
What school did you go to if you walked to Billings Bridge, Mary?
Hopewell Avenue Public School.
Hopewell. Oh, that's where Connor will be going.
That's where my grandchildren went, and I went and taught basketball.
Did you? Yeah. Because Billings Bridge at the time would have been just a...
Oh, Sunday after lunch, Dad and I would walk down, and I'd throw a stick in one side of the bridge and
Then
run
rush over
and
to the other side.
and see the stick come through.
Aww.
That was so exciting.
Well, Hopewell is quite a nice school, really, isn't it?
It is a nice school. That renovation is lovely.
Yep, there was no grade 4. We did 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
What happened to 4?
Well, it was for people that couldn't quite manage grade 3. They had grade 4, so they never actually failed.
It's funny.
No,
Wait a minute.
it's nice. It's good for their self-esteem. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest
See,
of us
here,
went 2,
all
1,
these
2,
years
3,
I thought I'd
5.
skipped grade 3, and here I find out that it was for people that were, you know.
No, it was grade 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I skipped grade 3.
Well, my children all accelerated. It sounded rather like being in a car.
Yeah, Eleanor was accelerated. It was not a good idea because
No.
But it was for one of mine, 'cause she was born in January. So she was young, you know, because she was born in January, she was...
well, socially, Eleanor was not into things that other kids in her class were, you know, because she was
Now
a year
remember,
younger.
I'm recording.
Your words are imprinted forever.
That's right, they will be with Mira and anchor it.
Yeah.
Do you realize, Anchor It, one day when you're no longer with us, you will live on YouTube.
Oh, how nice.
Where are you going, Anchor?
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting to see. They're rather interesting. I mean, they should be getting bigger and bigger as they get closer and closer, but I don't want to run into your birds.
No, don't you dare.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Next week we're going Next week we're going to do jewelry.
Okay.
Jewelry.
Yeah, you can make earrings.
Earrings.
Bring some beads
Yes.
and bring some
Can anybody
the
answer?
hook findings and the long
So,
things.
you have to just buy this somewhere.
Yeah, at Walmart or at Michael's, and probably in town at that.
Dollar store
Oh, the
has
dollar
the
store.
findings.
For me?
But if you want the kind that are not going to tarnish, I think the ones these
Silver.
Yeah.
Or silver.
silver something, but they'll look whiter, I believe. These I don't think are going to tarnish. But I will bring extras because you probably don't need a whole bag of them.
No. And I have some, because I bought them when we were doing the Fimo.
Okay.
We got some Fimo earrings.
Okay.
Oh, good. Yes, we
Going to make earrings next week. So what are you making here? A butterfly, right? Yep. And now you can add more colors on top of colors.
Yes. You may do whatever you want.
Oh, look, you're just putting a rope on.
The antenna.
His feet are not working.
But it would be lovely to have another guitar. You know, I mean...
And the act of pushing it in with that needle attaches it to the other fibers that are in the wool.
Well, when could he come?
The needles has barbs
Well, I'm
on it.
home all... Well,
And
I'm
the
home
barbs
all day
push it
tomorrow.
through. And it here.
Yeah. Why doesn't he just... Is he got wheels?
Whoops.
I mean, he could anytime. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I'm going to cook my paella and practice my guitar. So, anytime he'd like to come,
Yes.
I'd love to see him.
Are they sold out?
He can.
Yeah.
Goodie. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next.
Thank you for your help. Matt, Pat's cousin, plays classical guitar, and he's going to bring his guitar tomorrow too.
Fantastic. That's wonderful.
So that'll be fun,
We'll have a
won't it?
jam session.
I know.
Well, I know it'll go very, very well. I wish
Yeah,
I
we'll
could be
miss
here.
you.
I know, I'm sorry I'm not coming, but
Oh well.
oh, it'll do something
that,
foolish
Kathy?
one.
Oh no, I can't wait.
Pretty.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be here.
His head is a bit big. Maybe I should make his wings longer, should I?
It's up to you.
That's it.
Which part is his head?
There,
Oh, and
see,
there's his
there's his
beak.
eyes
Oh, yeah.
and his mouth. And those are the epaulettes on his wings.
There's another week in between. To this weekend and
I'm going to make his wings a bit
Today's the
longer.
8th of March.
Yeah,
Maybe his body should be a bit longer
bloom
too.
starts the next week.
yeah, so the 17th, 18th.
That's
so
a
this
different
is
blue.
The Polish
Oh,
supper.
that's the Polish supper.
AGM.
Blue
It should be
there.
on the
There
calendar.
it is.
Oh, I thought the Polish one was
No.
this week.
No,
Oh, that's it. Okay, well, I will be back for the Polish one, but I might not be back for the board meeting.
Poland. Oh, for the 20th.
20th. So I thought I might come back that day.
So kind of, yes,
And I leave on the Saturday, whichever that
which
is.
is the.
Yeah, this is kind of, I'm there 8th.
So are you
Okay.
planting
That's right, now, I was
gourds?
thinking that it was
I'm sorry?
You're going to
No,
plant
Spanish
gourds,
is here.
seeds this year?
Yes, I'm going to plant them in Georgia.
In the,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
The deer won't
India,
get them
Spain, and
then.
there's a
No.
week between and then Poland.
When-
So you-
Oh,
Well,
that's okay.
So I have to go back sometime.
oh my goodness.
I'm on the list.
I'll
I'm
give
a
you
real
some
person
seeds for
coming to Poland.
bushel
Well, I'm not
basket
a real
gourds.
person coming to me.
Oh, okay.
They grow like this.
Oh my
Oh, you're a
goodness.
real paying customer.
Okay.
A real paying customer.
I'm gonna, they've had a
Okay,
drought in
bye-bye.
Georgia, so
Bye.
I won't be there to water them all summer.
I
But,
don't think they mind getting dry.
but I'm gonna plant them in the woods. It's a very sparse woods, and I'm gonna let them climb up the trees.
Yeah.
What's this?
Gourds in Georgia.
Oh, what
That
fun.
should work, as long as they get enough sun. That's-
They
You
like,
see, the
yeah.
thing is, when I go to Georgia, I'm the same person as I am when I'm here. I immediately go out and I start harvesting
Gathering.
wisteria and greenbrier.
And looking at all the different stuff.
That's
Now,
right.
do you have that horrible climbing thing?
Kudzu. No,
Yeah.
not at my mother's.
Because that's a horrible thing,
It
isn't it?
is. But it is there, and I guess you have to rip it into shreds before you can really weave with it.
We missed you at your nettles in our stone soup.
Ah,
We had really good stone soup.
Now, what
this
we're
year.
going to do a scavenger supper here, which I think will be fun in the fall. Should have talked to Hilary about it. And ask people to bring food that they've scavenged.
I got this from my neighbor's basement.
Oh, I know.
I think I'll just go down the neighborhood and deke into their backyards. But they're all I don't have a vegetable garden, but
No, but
everybody
this
else
is for
does.
the wild.
Oh, it has to be
Well,
wild.
I mean things like Hilary's leeks.
And
They were
nettles.
there in the spring.
They're
Yes,
spring.
but you can put them in the freezer.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
remember to
I
put
have
them in the
6
freezer.
tomatoes on my tomato plant.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That is so
Yeah, they're green, but they.
self-pollinating. That's weird.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I have to give a talk to the horticultural thing at Algonquin Park, and I'm very nervous about it. So I thought I was doing it with Kevin, who is also a master gardener, and Kevin has just informed me rather happily that he happens to be on holiday next week.
So what,
Yes.
Just leaving these here.
Oh, ho, ho.
so what are you going to be speaking on?
Container gardening.
Oh yes.
I tried container gardening a couple years ago. I tried all my potatoes in containers.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well,
Did it work?
except no, it didn't because I didn't water them
You
as
must,
much.
but you know the idea I was reading is to buy those, those plastic bags,
Yeah.
big plastic bags, put quite a lot of earth in the bottom and put your first row of potatoes in. You need drainage at the bottom.
And then put-
they start to grow and you put another row.
Willem did that, and they didn't work either. I mean, the tomatoes did show up at the top, and we did water them, but they
But
didn't
I wondered
really
how much light
produce-
they'd get in there. Because, all plants like light.
It's just the light from the
I think
leaves at
they'd
the top.
rot
That,
being in plastic.
But the thing is that you put them at the bottom and then they grow up and you cover them and then they grow up a bit more and you cover them and you grow up a bit more. But I would have thought in a plastic bag there wouldn't have been enough light at the bottom.
To get it started even.
Yeah, anyway, there's a thing in the...
My brother
oh, you mean
does
the bag is closed?
No, the bag's open.
Okay.
But still, if it's at the bottom of the bag.
My brother does his cucumbers in the composter.
Now, Williams did all this in a metal bucket,
Yes, well, that's...
a garbage container.
And also those ones that, those ceramic, those pottery ones, terracotta ones that have the holes. You plant strawberries in each little
Yes.
pot.
Yes.
But the hard